My name is Peter Lewis. From the class of 2018. Okay, so as a child, I remember I would vacuum my room like on a bi-weekly basis, and I would get very upset when like people would step in the vacuum tracks. I remember my mom telling me actually that one day maybe I would like to move to Singapore because it's so clean there. Yeah, so my brother and I, we used to fight a lot. There were definitely like video game consoles that were confiscated and like sold at garage sales because we couldn't get along, like Mario Kart. I was a very poor winner. It ended up with one brother biting the other brother's ear. When we moved from Arizona to Seattle, I contracted this blood disorder. My immune system actually was attacking my platelets, and so I was unable to go outside. I spent a lot of time like playing chess and in the library just because like I wasn't allowed to play on the playground. I wasn't allowed to go participate in PE. And it wasn't until I was like maybe 17 that my body corrected itself. And then I started to get really into cycling. In Arizona, that we have a lot of trails, like literally hundreds of miles of trails that go right from my backyard. Because in my town in northern Arizona, called Prescott, spelled Prescott, but everyone pronounces it Prescott, as in like rhyming with biscuit. And everyone knows who is from out of town because they won't pronounce it like that. So like I very distinctly remember like in high school, loading my mountain bike onto the back of my car, going into class, and then afterwards, going and hitting the trails with like a bunch of the football players. And that was a lot of fun because I was very much in like the kind of the band geek circle. And so it was a fun way to like interact with people from like all different parts of the school. And I think the bike also is just such an elegant machine, to be able to transfer the same power that we all have in our legs to help us, move potentially hundreds of kilometers in a day, is just fantastic. I remember being like, I was flying back from vacation with my mom and my brother. We were in the Bali airport, and I was doing these readings, and on the spot I just like decided that I couldn't maintain my omnivorous habit anymore. And so that lasted a few weeks. And then last summer, I was doing an internship in Timor-Leste. And I remember I was a vegetarian at that point, and someone asked me if I would ever go vegan. And I very clearly remember saying, no, I will never go vegan. And I even kind of made fun of them. I said, no, I'm not one of those crazy people. I'm not going to make life difficult for everyone around them. I think I even said that vegans were annoying. A few months later, I went to India, and Elaine suggested that we just try, going vegan. And I didn't anticipate that it would become such a huge part of my life. In high school, somehow, I was the homecoming king. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we were both like really into band. And so we were like the stereotypical band geeks, in marching band. I played oboe in the wind ensembles, but we were nominated, and when it happened, I was shocked, and I didn't know what to do, because after you get nominated, right, you have to create like this skit and this dance and then perform it in front of the school. And so I was crushed. I was like, oh, okay, I can't dance, I don't know how this is going to go down. But then like being in marching band paid off, because all of my friends knew how to choreograph, they knew how to run a rehearsal very effectively, and so we put together this dance, and it turned out really well, and we ended up winning Revenge of the Band Geeks. But I really hesitate to make predictions, even just 1 or 2 years into the future, because I had no idea that I would end up in Singapore, and I think life's a lot more fun when you just open yourself up to whatever comes your way, and to accept that we can't predict.